Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Eddie Marcus again. I just produced and posted my first video called Touched by an Angel. Now, I indicated that I'm an angel. Now, you look at me, you probably disturbed that I would call myself an angel. This is why. I know what it means to be good. I know what it means to feel that you've been treated good. I know what it means to feel that you treated others good. I know what it means to be just and what it means to be just and how it feels to be just. Not only that, for the past 36 years, probably more, I have sought after a office, political office. Republican or Democrat was unimportant. It was what I ran on, the principles of heaven on earth. That's what I ran on. I've done so as mayor, as governor, as United States senator, as president of the United States. I've sought after all of these offices, probably more than once, carrying the same message that everybody has rejected. Everybody. Republicans rejected it, Democrats rejected it, the church rejected it, and the people in the streets rejected it. Nobody act like they want it. Everybody says they want it. Even when they pray for it. But when it's offered to them and tell them what is required to do to get it, no one does it. So I'm coming back to you a second time, and I'm reporting to my governor, the President of the United States, my Congress, to the people of the United States. I want to say to you, housing, as an angel speaking for God, housing is a right, not a privilege. It's a right. Food is not a privilege. It's a right. Clothing, not a privilege. It is a right. Education, not a privilege. It is a right. Healthcare is not a privilege. It is a right. Now, what makes these things rights? They are rights because in order for you to survive, these have to be met. You are here, put here by somebody else, and all of the resources required to meet these needs are here. The ability to produce those resources are here. So they are here. We are here. It is a God-given right for every individual to share in these. But you might ask a question because you don't know too much. How can this be done? It is done by the most basic right of all, and that is for individuals to engage themselves in work, to engage themselves in employment, to engage themselves in a career of their own choosing, whereby all of this stuff can be done. That is divine. It didn't take any money, didn't take any debt, didn't take any superiority people, didn't take some high people and low people, didn't take any of that stuff. That's divine. That's God. I'm telling you that. Nobody else is telling you that. You're not getting that from the politicians. You're not getting that from the church. No one is telling you that right now but me. So I claim to be an angel speaking for God. You go outside of this, what I've just shared with you. You're going to have the dictates of men. Some people don't want to put on men, so they put on the devil. Some people don't want to put on the devil, so they put on the Lucifer or Satan. But the evidence of it is not what I spoke of, but that for some and not for others. Poverty for many, prosperity for some. Crime and violence for many at the hands of the few. My friends, lying and cheating and stealing, that is people following outside the dictates of what this angel from God has just shared with you. But you know which way you walk. You don't walk with God. You don't walk with the Spirit of God. You walk with the spirit of man. And this is why the United States is having all this trouble. This is why the world is having all this trouble. And this is why I'm standing here telling you that whoever Donald Trump, for those of you who believe that being superior, being white, was right, you see how crooked it is, don't you? You see how crooked it is. You see how much hate, how much bigotry, how much racism is in whiteness. That don't mean all of you, because we got it in blackness too. But you're the ones that's sitting on the throne, so we pointing our fingers at you. Not at a black man who might have it, but sitting over there on a hump waiting on you to get out of the way. And I'll tell him the same thing I'm telling you. But it can only work if the people who are being abused allow the spirit of love to come into them, and they will stop white folks from messing over them. They'll stop anybody from messing over them. They will stop any abuse. Whoever's led by the Spirit of God is not a fool. Whoever's led by the Spirit of God is not a nut. Whoever led by the Spirit of God is a strong, most powerful people on the face of the earth, and they can control anything. I said they, not an individual. Individual can only control himself if he's blessed and lucky. But in order to fix this straight, it's going to take people who can't pay their bills, people who are living from paycheck to paycheck, people who can't put their kids in school or clothe them, people who can't pay for college, people who can't pay the co-payments or the doctor's bill, people who can't pay car notes or keep the gas in the car, people who can't pay the electricity bill because it's too high. Everybody that's suffering, you're suffering because the whole debt blasted system is designed to cause you to suffer. And why are you suffering? Not just so you can get your little bit, but so they can get everything they can out of you. And they can have their dreams come true at your expense while you on your knees praying, talking about, God, come help me. I am God's messenger right here trying to help you now. You spend your whole life want a nice house. Only when you think you're about ready to do it, something happens. Or the bills come up so high you can't afford it. Or your rate is so low, nobody wants to loan you. My. This is the biggest. You know, if I didn't know what I'm telling you, it wouldn't probably seem so bad. Because I know what I'm telling you. You act like you don't know, so you think I'm crazy. But the situation you find yourself in, even though I'm mentioning it to you and it's true, you don't think it's so bad. Well, I can tell you this, ladies and gentlemen. We didn't just get this bad with Donald Trump. We were like this all along. Donald Trump just brought it to the core so we can see it. And this is your fruit. This is the fruit of America's seed. This is the fruit of America's action. This is what America is. America is hatred. America is racist. America is a bigot. America is a low down, stinking, what? You fill in the blank. That's what America is. I don't care how much you call yourself superior. I don't care how much you think white is right. I don't care how much you think you can keep black people from separated from you, gonna make you be perfect. You are the most imperfect. Let me say it again. You are the most imperfect because we see you every day. When we see all the dirt and filth that's growing around in America, it's because of you. You're sitting on that seat. This is what you have created. The crime and violence, the poverty, the kids going into schools, killing other kids, robbery, drugs, prostitution. This, my friends, this is what white America produced. You say white? Yes, white. Why? Because you're sitting on the throne of power. You say you're superior. You say everybody else is inferior. You say you're the it. And all the stuff out here, these ghettos across the railroad track, people going through all kinds of changes, that's because of you. And your God, let me tell you again, it's because of you and your God. Now, I know me trying to post this, white people in power might hear this and say, there is no way we're going to allow this to be seen. Cut it off. Don't post it. Yeah, you don't want it posted because you know it's true. You know that everybody that hears it knows it's true. And you know what? Most of all, you know it's true. That's why you don't want to hear it. If it was a lie, you wouldn't mind it being heard because you know everybody that heard it would know it's a lie. But it's true. And everybody that hears it will know it's true. But you're going to cut it off because you don't want it to be known. You want to keep on walking around here. If you had your way, not a black person would be in this country. And you better hope that there are some black people always in this country. Because the day that black people leave this country is the day that it is the end of you. It is the end of you. You would have already been blasted away if you had not been protected by black people who are in this country, and God is still keeping them protected. And that's why you've been protected. That's why you've been protected. Why do you think Donald Trump is still in office? Because black people are in America. Why? Because black people are still in America. Otherwise, that hating, divisive human being that happens to be white, that happens to think that he is superior to all people, that means the rest of you white folks too. But this is all you got to offer? Your Republican Party is supporting him all the way, all the ugliness that he's trying to perpetuate. White Republicans, and I think I saw a dot or two of black people over there supporting it. You are the cancer of cancer. I've shared this information with you. I hope you don't like it, and I hope you do something about it. Do something. Hope it's good, but just do something. Until next time, bye-bye.